Ooni of Ife allegedly was said to be furious over the fact they said Queen Naomi rejected his Dubai house and insisted on a public divorce, According to the information, they said Queen Naomi have made it clear to the king that she is no longer going to be in his house in Lekki, the Lekki mansion, and she must go to Dubai to cool off, that the stress is so much on her, And when the king tried and tried and tried to stop her from going to the Dubai until he is ready so that they will go on their planned vacation, because from what we heard, they said they have planned a vacation before now. And that is what was causing problem between the king and the Tobi, who has been complaining that she just gave birth instead of the king to be by his side and all of that. The king is planning on going on vacation with Queen Naomi and Prince Tadenikawo. That is what we heard around last week. I don't know how true it is. Like I will always tell you, they are all alleged information. So when the king tried as much as possible to stop Queen Naomi and Queen Naomi insisted, they said the king bought a house in Dubai. And he told Queen Naomi that what will happen is that his private jet will take Queen Naomi to that Dubai and to that house, his house in Dubai. That with that, he will be more comfortable and more relaxed. And they said Queen Naomi told him that what he wanted is his husband and not the private jet. That instead of him to go and sleep in that house, that he would rather sleep in an open field with Prince Tadenikawo. That it is high time he stopped buying her over with gifts. That this gift of buying things for her every time she's angry, that it has to stop. That she's a woman of God and she's not meant to be single, to avoid temptations and certain things in life. That what she needed right now is for the king to do what he needs to do or free her. As a matter of fact, they said she have insisted that the king must free her and make it public so that people will know that she's no longer married to the king. Because right now, a lot of people believe that the Queen Naomi and the king have nothing in common again. That is what a lot of people believe in, And it is very difficult for Queen Naomi, since the king did not make it official. It is very difficult for her to remarry, knowing fully well that she is married to the Oba. And there was never a day that the Oba came out to say, okay, as from this day on, Queen Naomi shilekunola is free to remarry. Yes, he did not do that, and I don't even see him planning to do that from what we are hearing. They said during As Ooni, he made it clear and open publicly that the marriage between him and the Urola have ended. And on that note, that Urola is free to remarry. That is exactly what they said Queen Naomi is requesting from him, but he is saying no to that. Now, a lot of people are saying that Queen Naomi is about to make a greater mistake again, that he shouldn't move out of that Lekki mansion. After all, from what we heard, they said the ownership of that Lekki mansion now belongs to Queen Naomi. And in extension, it belongs to Prince Tadenikawo. So, and they said even some people from her family members, they are not happy with her decision of moving out of that Lekki mansion. Yes. And this house that she is rejecting in Dubai again is another mistake on the other part, because they said some elders from her side have told her that you have a son for this man and he's a monarch. It will be very difficult for him to let you go, especially when you have his first son. And there is so much love, because whether you believe it or not, Ooni of Ife loves Queen Naomi. Whether you like it or not, that is what it is. So they said the king loved her so much, even though circumstances will not allow him to kind of show him that love in totality. But even Queen Naomi know that Ooni of Ife loves her, and Queen Naomi too loves Ooni of Ife. But the problem here is that the manipulation is too much. If you ask me, based on what we heard before now, that they are trying everything within their power to manipulate these two into going their separate ways again. And this time around, it might be very difficult for them to come back together again. I believe they have started their manipulations again. If you have been following this gist, you will hear when they said there was confession in the palace that the fact that Queen Naomi went on social media to write whatever it is that she wrote there, that it was manipulated, you know, and they wanted her to do worse, but because God wanted to use this opportunity to teach them a lesson, that is why it ended the way it ended. They said they wanted to make her to maybe slap the king in the public. You know what that means? So that they will use it against her. But they did not succeed on that one. So I believe this idea of pushing her out of the palace, out of the Lekki mansion, is another manipulations from these people. But the only thing Queen Naomi needs right now is our prayers. Yes, so she needs our prayers and advice and people that she listens to always remind her that this is the final battle, that God is going to see her through. Yes, so they said the king have insisted that she goes nowhere. But the fact remains that when the pressure is so much, the king might, I don't even think he will ever give Queen Naomi freedom. Now, Queen Naomi is telling him that it's not all about buying her gifts, that she is tired of these gifts, that all she wanted is for her to define their relationship. You know, tell her what you want and do what you need to do. Failure to do that, you let her go. I don't know what to say at this point. I want these two to be together, but in as much as the king is not doing as we all are hoping he should do, I believe all they need right now is prayers, because I don't even see them going their separate ways. I tell you the truth. All these dramas that are going on, very soon, all of them will come to an end, even though it might still take time. But at the end of everything, these two are meant to be together. You know, after all the manipulations and all of that, because as it is right now, there have been serious manipulations. Recall that Agba asked the king where Olori Mariam then went to. That by the time she returns back, there are a lot of things will change. Maybe she don't start her activities from wherever she went to. I don't know. But they said ever since this birth, after Tobi gave birth, and they said the king called Queen Naomi and the Dr. Elizabeth to go and meet Tobi in the hospital instead of Mariam. That ever since then, the story have been changing between the king and Queen Naomi. And ever since then, Mariam have been on a journey. I don't know what her journey is all about. From what we heard allegedly, I want to remind you that these are all alleged information. I do not live in the palace, so okay? They are not for stand information. This is just a disclaimer. Thanks for watching. Tell me what you think about it on the comment section. And please, subscribe to my channel if you are yet to subscribe. And give my video a thumbs up. I love you for being here. Thank you so much. Bye for now.